All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're talking about a feeling I think we all know, that feeling of being totally and completely overwhelmed. We're going to break down how you can navigate the absolute chaos of modern life and actually find the things that matter. You know, it all starts with this quiet little realization. But these aren't invitations to a birthday party. Nope. They are the constant, low-key pressures from the world around us, pulling us in a million different directions, always inviting you to just constantly chase the next thing, the next promotion, the next cool gadget, the next big goal. It invites you to always be striving, to never feel like you've actually done enough or that you are enough. It absolutely wants you to compete with your friends, your coworkers, even with total strangers you see on the internet. And maybe the worst one of all, it invites you to endlessly compare your life, your real, messy, behind-the-scenes life, to everyone else's perfectly polished highlight reel. And here is the real trap. We get so caught up in the motion of it all the chasing and the striving and the competing, that we start to think that all that frantic busyness is a meaningful life. But it's just not. So this brings us to a really powerful metaphor that I think just nails this feeling of being overwhelmed. Thinking of modern life as a giant, crowded bazaar. Just picture it, okay? A massive, chaotic marketplace. There is noise coming from everywhere. People are shoving past you. Every single stall is shouting for your attention, flashing bright lights and shiny signs, and every single one insists that what it's selling is the most important thing you could possibly want. It's totally exhausting, right? Well, that's exactly what modern life can feel like. And here's the thing. What's being sold here isn't just, stuff. This marketplace is selling entire ways of life. These pre-packaged stories about who you're supposed to be. I mean, look at what's actually on offer. They're selling you a lifestyle to want, an image to project, a very specific story of what success looks like. They're even selling you fears to keep you hooked, and ready-made identities you can just slip right on. So, what's the real danger of getting lost in this marketplace? Well, it leads us to our next big idea, the massive risk of climbing the wrong ladder. Imagine this. You work unbelievably hard for years. You are focused, you are gritty, you are ambitious. You climb and you climb and you climb, sacrificing so much to get to the very top of that ladder. But when you finally make it, out of breath, totally exhausted, you look around and realize your ladder has been leaning against the wrong wall the entire time. And this isn't just some abstract concept. This is the real, devastating cost of it all. It's spending 5 years of your life chasing a goal someone else handed to you. It's 10 years fighting for a job title that, in the end, just leaves you feeling empty. It's an entire career spent climbing to a peak only to realize the view from the top means absolutely nothing to you.
So here's the absolute heart of it. The biggest risk you face isn't trying something and failing. It's succeeding, like wildly succeeding, at something that was never the right thing for you to begin with.
Okay, so how do we avoid climbing the wrong ladder? Well, it all starts with learning to see the difference between what is truly valuable and what just looks shiny in the marketplace. So let's start by defining the valueless stuff. Think about it. These are the things that just leave you feeling drained at the end of the day. They shrink your world down to just anxiety and comparing yourself to others. Sure, they might look impressive from the outside, but they leave you feeling hollow. They keep you busy, yeah, but they don't make you feel truly alive. And man, the difference is just so clear when you put them side by side like this. One drains you, the other deepens you. One distracts you, the other brings you clarity. Valueless things just empty you out and make you envious, while valuable things actually strengthen you and challenge you. And maybe the biggest difference of all, valueless things rot with time, but valuable things just grow. Okay, this all sounds really good, but how do we actually do it? We need a tool, right? A tool to help us navigate all that noise. We need a compass. So the first step is just recognizing the questions that are leading us in the wrong direction. These are the default questions that the marketplace teaches us to ask. And notice the pattern, right? They're all about what other people think. They're based on looking good, on being safe, and on the fear of not doing what's expected. We need to throw all of those questions out the window and replace them with this one. Simple, incredibly powerful question. This right here, this is your internal compass. It stops looking outside for answers and forces you to look inside. And from that one core question, we can dig even deeper. We can ask ourselves, is this choice going to expand my life, or is it going to shrink it? Does it actually nourish my soul, or is it just another shiny distraction? And is it bringing me any closer to the person I genuinely want to become?
And when you start using this compass and you use it consistently, it starts to build toward a completely different way of living your life, a life that's built from the inside out.
So, what's our job in all of this? It's not to win some frantic race that you never even signed up for. Your job is to become the conscious architect of your own life. First, just to notice which things are hollow and which have real substance. Second, to choose what's right for you, even if the entire crowd is running in the other direction. And finally, to live a life that's measured by what it means to you, not by what it looks like to anyone else.
And so we'll leave you with that final thought. In a world that is obsessed, absolutely obsessed, with how things look on the surface, maybe the biggest act of rebellion is to build a life based on what it actually means. To chase what's real, what feeds your soul, and what is truly 100% yours.